house has wheels, it'll roll with me from the lakes down to the sea, by mountain stream or in a desert.
Reconditioning previously owned RVs for resale is an issue on many dealership owners' minds these days. Gross profit generated from previously owned RV sales is vital to the bottom line, as many dealers report that used sales are responsible for between 20 and 40% of total dealership gross margin. To stay in the black and achieve the maximum earning potential, RV reconditioning needs to be taken seriously. After all, proper reconditioning of used inventory can create an overall increase in margins as much as 3%. The difference between a good dealership and an okay one is the amount of time it takes to complete the 3R cycle: receive, recondition, and resale. The faster a dealer gets a trade-in resold, generally higher the margin. Unfortunately, the progression from receive to recondition to resale gets progressively more difficult going from one step to another. The first two steps take only a couple of days. But the resale time for a used RV can take months, if not more. The dealership that can shrink the 3R cycle stands the best chance to reap the most profit. For decades, dealers have done in-house RV detailing, which just tend to work pretty well. It uses the second step of the cycle, recondition, to speed up the third, resale. RVs come in oxidized and unattractive, and through a complete exterior detail, including some buffing and waxing, they were made presentable for resale. After a while, the right customer would come along and purchase a clean, pre-owned RV. While many dealerships reconditioning trade-ins themselves, there are a number of issues that come with the territory, such as employee recruitment and retention, initial and ongoing detailing and training, maintaining a high level of workmanship and quality. Dealers that recondition their own units or are considering doing so should be mindful of 8 key reconditioning mistakes that can cost them money. The number one mistake in reconditioning of used RVs is a lack of training. Oftentimes, dealerships hire a kid, they give them the cleaning supplies and say, hey, make this pretty. Training is provided to sales, to service, and parts departments, but the detail department that has such an impact on first impressions, enhanced margins, and initial satisfaction is often neglected. The second is incomplete exterior wash. In an effort to save time and money, technicians will sometimes bypass washing the roof of an RV. It's virtually undetectable from the average buyer's point of view on the ground, but as soon as it rains, the shortcut will be obvious, as evidenced by black streaks down the side of an RV. It's not a good impression for someone who just bought awnings. The third mistake is use of harsh brushes on paint. This technique leaves fine spiderweb scratches on the exterior of the vehicle and is especially noticeable on dark colored paints in direct sunlight. These brushes allow for a very quick cleaning, but the clear coat and paint of the RV suffer considerably. Fixing these fine scratches requires advanced buffing techniques that are expensive and often cause more damage than they fix. The fourth is incorrect buffing techniques. When operated correctly, a buffer is an inexpensive way to repair significant surface oxidation and scratching. When operated incorrectly, a commercial buffer can cause significant surface damage and expense to the dealer to fix. If not fixed, customers will notice swirl marks, fine scratches, and decal burns that are trademark of amateur detail technicians. This could make or break a sale on a darker colored RV. This is the number one cause of damage to new and used RVs during detailing. Avoiding buffing completely is the fifth mistake a lot of dealerships make. Whether it's due to a lack of training, inadequate equipment, or liability avoidance, many in-house detail technicians do not use commercial-grade buffers on RVs. This reconditioning tool is absolutely essential, especially on older, more oxidized units. Buffing, as done by a professional, can restore the most oxidized, faded, and scratched exterior to a like-new appearance. A properly buffed RV can add up to 10% in curb appeal value than the same faded, oxidized unit. Number 6, leaving body and paintwork unrepaired. Deeper scratches, dings from road debris, and simply having an accident are all reasons to get paint touch-up and bodywork done. These problems will not be covered up by merely buffing the exterior, and in most cases will enhance the damage. Incorrect product usage, number 7 on the list, can be a very expensive problem. Some tire dressing has been linked to premature tire cracking, causing RV buyers to have flats and blowouts sooner than expected. Additionally, knowing which type of waxes, polishes, and compounds work best on a particular finish is critical for the long-term life of an RV. Number 8, not using tire dressing. This finishing touch is applied after a complete detailing and will catch the eye of potential customers. Although simple, the use of tire dressing is often an overlooked step that greatly increases visual appeal. An RV that shines will attract many more looks and walkthroughs than one that doesn't. The most successful dealership realizes the positive connection between better than average detailing and better than average use of RV sales. To remain competitive in the new and used business, each dealership must find its own competitive advantage or way to complete the 3R cycle faster than the competitor. For many dealerships that don't have the resources or even to the desire to do reconditioning in-house, there is an alternative: outsourcing. For dealers that are seriously considering using an outside source for RV reconditioning, several questions should be asked of candidate companies seeking to do the work on behalf of the dealership, including: how long have you been in business? How much liability insurance does your company currently carry? Are you bonded? How much experience does your company have reconditioning RVs? Do you have any references available? Maybe some pictures. When can you do a demonstration? What quality control checkpoints do you have in place to ensure quality not only today, but a year from now? How about 2 years from now? Of note, being bonded does help, but it shouldn't automatically be a deal breaker either. In some cases, detailing companies in smaller towns are unable to acquire bonding from a local insurance agent. The major qualification is that the company has extensive experience working on RVs. Most detailers have a lot of their experience working on cars, but very few have extensive experience detailing RVs. When someone does not have that experience detailing RVs, they learn on your inventory. In terms of the expense of hiring a reconditioning business, the answer is really, it depends. The most common method of contracting RV detailing is on a pay-per-foot of the unit serviced. An average dealership rate is about $20 per foot. A very large dealership might be paying $15 per foot, while a smaller dealer, they might be paying closer to $25. It is worth noting that even at that rate, the dealer can still realize increased profits on the unit. For example, at $20 per foot on a 40-foot RV, the dealership cost will be about $800. But if the dealership's able to sell that unit for $3,000 more than if not detailed, you're still realizing a $2,200 profit on that unit. Another lucrative profit avenue for the dealership is to utilize the detailing company by marketing its washing and detailing services to the dealership's customer base. Oftentimes, it's another avenue of business that will allow the detailing company to lower the sales unit detailing cost. There's a relationship that both companies are going to have to work hard, or the relationship will fail. Both the business doing the reconditioning work and the dealership must be able to make a profit.
It'll roll with me from the lakes down to the sea, by mountain stream or in a desert breeze.